It was the follow-up to one of the most successful video game systems of all time, but an innovative controller wasn't enough to stave off an array of bad titles.
That's what you want me to deal with.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're looking at the top 10 worst Wii U games.
Let's go there now, live.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at the worst playable offerings found on Nintendo's 6th home console, whether they be exclusive, multi-platform, or download only, just as long as they made poor use of the system's unique capabilities or were just generally really bad. Number 10, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. Remember a time when fans were clamoring for new entries in this adorable sim series? This spin-off just made it clear that the franchise should probably stick to making players work for Tom Nook and increasing the size of their house. Amiibo Festival ditched the simulation elements and instead gave players a party board game similar to Nintendo's own Mario Party. However, the whole package was widely seen as a ploy to get players to buy more of Nintendo's Amiibo figures, as they're required for gameplay. And, by the way, the game itself was considered clunky and very boring. We'd rather run endless errands for our neighbors than play this. Like literally, that's what you do in Animal Crossing. Number 9, Mighty Number 9.
What on earth has happened? It's chaos everywhere.
The pedigree on this game alone was enough to get gamers hyped. It was a crowd-funded side-scrolling platformer by Keiji Inafune, creator of Mega Man, and it was widely considered to be a spiritual successor to that beloved series. Even though it got 400% of its intended Kickstarter goal, Inafune's latest brainchild was still considered a massive disappointment given the talent behind it.
Wait, what?
Everything in Mighty Number 9 is just aggressively mediocre, from the level and character design to its voice acting and technical performance, especially on the Wii U. Even worse, many of the game's financial backers received botched rewards, leading to a pretty big outcry from them. The game proved to be more of a Zero than a Mega Man. Zero's a character from Mega Man X, get it?
Come on, snap out of it, now!
Number 8, Tank. If the Wii U was touted as Nintendo finally taking HD gaming seriously, then why was one of its launch titles a port of an arcade game from 3 years earlier? As the excitable but rather childish title suggests, this game puts players in control of, well, a tank, and has them take on a variety of monsters, including dragons and spiders. For a launch title, the game contained very little depth outside of local multiplayer, and it had no online play, so bleh. This is kinda low on the list because, despite its mediocrity, Bandai Namco later made it free to play via the Nintendo eShop, mitigating some of the backlash it caused.
Shoot! Tank!
Number 7, 007 Legends. Activision came up with a great idea for the James Bond series' 50th anniversary, a virtual journey through some of the agent's most iconic moments. And while Bond games gave consoles some great FPS experiences in the past, well, at least one, Legends failed to live up to that potential. This was due in part to it being labeled as a Call of Duty clone, while also trying to cram content in from 6 movies. To add insult to injury, the Wii U version was considered the weakest of the console versions, due to poor graphical performance and online play, as well as quite ineffective use of the gamepad controller. Number 6, Fast and Furious Showdown.
Excuse me, what do you think you're doing?
Honestly, it shouldn't be hard to make a halfway decent Fast and Furious game. All we need is like Vin Diesel and vehicular mayhem, or you could just play Need for Speed Underground. Unfortunately, Showdown, released around the time of the 6th movie in the franchise, we think, proved to be the gaming equivalent of a 30-car pileup. It's basically a poorly made vehicular combat/racing game with the Fast and Furious name slapped onto it. The game has so little to do with the movies aside from a few level recreations and mediocre cutscenes, and it comes complete with laughable physics and crippling bugs.
I get it, but next time try asking. I don't like surprises, and neither does Hobbs.
Number 5, Meme Run.
8 out of 8, no bait, mate. Have fun.
Not even in our worst nightmares could we have imagined a game like this. Basically, this is what would happen if a 4chan board mutated into a video game. Meme Run is an endless runner where a player with a troll face runs through a world comprised of every meme the internet has to offer, at least upon release. The objective is to collect as many swag points as possible, while the soothing sound of Wombo Combo plays every time an item is gathered. The game's creator even said that it was intended to just troll gamers, so it came as no surprise that it was kinda taken off of the eShop. Number 4, Steel Rivals. When your console is home to Smash Brothers, most other fighting games are probably going to suffer in comparison. Still, this eShop exclusive fighter would be a poor option no matter what console it was released on. A weapon-based fighter in the vein of Soul Calibur, this game does little to elevate itself from its superior competition. It features a tired fighting system, bland, uninspired graphics, and a crippling frame rate, rendering the game almost unplayable. But hey, at least you can still pick from an interesting roster of characters like Sword Girl, Other Sword Girl, Bald Guy with a Staff, and Dinosaur. I mean, that's pretty sweet, right? Number 3, The Letter. If we didn't know any better, this game would brand the eShop as a cauldron of bad games. Well, let's not get into that. Compared unfavorably to games like Slender, this title promises an intriguing mystery shrouded in darkness, and then fails to deliver on every conceivable level. The journey of a boy looking for his lost father was criticized as being an unfinished and poor excuse for a game. Reviews also cited it as a major example of Nintendo's lack of quality control, arguing that if a game like this could be approved and sold for any amount of money, then there were no standards of quality for the company anymore. Whatever happened to the seal of approval? Number 2, Family Party, 30 Great Games Obstacle Arcade.
Loaded with over 30 awesome mini-games for the all-new Wii U!
Everyone thought Nintendo was going to learn from its mistakes with the Wii and enforce a stronger level of quality control for the Wii U, thus limiting the amount of abysmal minigame collections on the system. Alas, this party game was released less than a month after the Wii U launched, showing that the sins of the father would not be forgiven on Nintendo's new platform. Family Party is terrible even by shovelware standards, with unbearably bad controls, annoying character design, and terrible minigames.
Family fun for everyone!
Before we reveal our top pick, here are a couple of dishonorable mentions.
That is where you'll find the true light.
Number 1, Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric.
But positive for Red Echidna.
Red Echidna irrelevant.
Just when we all thought Sonic couldn't go any lower than his 2006 anniversary disaster, Sega decided to wrap bandages around everyone and give their main cast a complete redesign in appearance. And in the case of Knuckles, a few less brain cells.
I'm on it!
That didn't go so well, as Rise of Lyric was a mess of a Sonic game, receiving harsh critiques for its terrible game design, glitches galore, subpar graphics, and obnoxious dialogue where the characters won't frickin' shut up about frickin' bounce pads. Shut up!
Did I leave anything out?
Yeah, you forgot the part where it was all Sonic's fault.
I was saving you!
Despite the infamously negative reception and being the worst selling game in the Sonic series, Sega decided to continue the Sonic Boom series, though only on the 3DS. At least the TV show this game is based off isn't so bad, I guess.
Studios should stop recycling the same tired old properties and make something original for once.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.